This is something fans of BlackBerry have been long waiting for. The new Q10, and that means the first device from BlackBerry with a new surface, with the new OS Blackberry 10, and including a hardware keyboard like this one. That's BlackBerry has been famous for. We go a little bit closer so that you can see. These typical rows, and especially the surface of those buttons are the same. So we have the highest point on the right half of the keyboard. The highest point is on the left side, and on the left half we have the highest point on the surface on the right, so that the thumbs have always the best opportunity to hit the button, even if they're not that great and not that big on this kind, but nevertheless you feel where you have to hit, and that's very precise and very a good press feeling where how you press the keyboard. That's how we like BlackBerry, so they are back. And especially the surface and the way it's made and crafted very well. It's extremely solid, and here we have micro USB and micro HDMI. And this surface is a kind of Kevlar thing, and very stable, especially if you're trying to really to scratch it. Just don't, you can't harm it almost. So you just have to rub it away, and it's great to feel, and it looks very in a great way, classy, just classy. I find it like this. I know it's kind of different, everyone feels. And by the way, this one is the NFC antenna, and as you can see, you have a removable battery. Of course, it's a BlackBerry, and but you don't have to mind, I guess. We come to the display later, because this is very small. You don't have to worry about that, and especially if you compare the relation between the battery, that's 2100 milliampere hours, and the size of the display, you come to a almost 200%, so double the relationship from display size and battery size as normal. So you can say almost it runs double as long as normally as regular, just plain big sized touchscreen phones. That's a good one. And here we have the SIM card slot, of course, micro SIM, and this is a slot for the micro SD card, so you can expand the memory up to 32 gigabyte. It's the official reading, but in regular cases you normally can use 64 gigabyte cards too. Internal memory is 16 gigabyte. We have left from that from out of the box around about 11.6 gigabyte. And by the way, if you were on the back, this camera shoots photos with 8 megapixels and videos in Full HD, of course. On the front, this is a display I've been mentioning already. It's 55 millimeters by 55, and you have 720 by 720 pixels. So you come to a diagonal of 3.1 inches. That's not a lot, of course. And the sharpness is 330 ppi. That's not a new record too, but nevertheless, okay, we can go a little bit closer, that you can, other way, this one, here we go, that you can read and see even those very tiny texts here in the menu. You can read them without any problem. So that's really enough concerning the sharpness and the pixel density. That's a great one. By the way, if we are coming to internal things, to features, it's LTE. You have dual say HTTPI, so you can download from 2 neighborhood UMTS stations up to 42 megabit per second. NFC, we have seen Bluetooth 4.0, so everything you want to. The only thing that's not that optimal is always you have that point, that dot and comma. These ones you have to create with the Alt button in combination, but nevertheless you can at least make a point if you double click the space button. So that's something we know from BlackBerry, and that has not been optimized, but that's the only thing. And with that, I'd like to come to the OS, to the Surface, and that's BlackBerry 10. Someone might know it from the BlackBerry Z10, but for those who don't know, just a short overview how this one is working, and especially it's working with gestures. So you don't have any buttons like home or back or options or whatever. It's just only everything going with gestures. For example, like this one, if you have opened an app and you want to close it, you just move your finger from below to the, I guess I have been too slowly, to the middle. If you want to go back like this, if you release your finger, it's going to minimize, and that's new icon over here, and that's your new home screen, like if you want to. Because here, whatever you do and whatever you close will first come to this screen, and if you want to close this one, that's the only thing. It's not as swipe to upwards, that's what I would have been expected. You have to press this little cross over here, and that's the only thing that could be optimized for me at the moment. So this one over here, and you see you're going automatically back to the menu. And here we go to the other thing that's new, that's a BlackBerry Hub. Here you have all your stuff, your emails, your missed calls, your SMS, your dates, your whatever you want to. Chronologically, here you have the dates, here you have the time. And you can see on the icons on the left what kind of entry this one is. And especially you can see if you have read it already, then it's gray. Or if it's a new one, so you have that color. And especially you can open this one here. So you can choose just... I'm sorry for the German language of this. This means new, and this one is BlackBerry Messenger, of course. This is text messages. You can choose only this, and as you can see, this is my just have been writing. And if you want to go back to see all, you go to Hub. And especially, and this is, I guess, a pro Surface for those who know what they're doing. You can just have that short menu like here, and you see, okay, I have new one new one, no new one, and you see automatically on just one view what has happened in the last since you have looked to your device last time. Okay, you can again pull this up. You don't have to if you want to, and you can leave it like this one and have it with just one view. I love this really. And especially if you have a app, you have that preview mode, as you might have seen already on this. This is a short preview, if I may say so. So this is everything with gestures from up, from left, from right, and especially from the top two, like we know it from Android. That's what looks very familiar. And you have, of course, the settings, and that looks familiar too. And it's a little bit optimized from the texts and from the types and everything, but it looks familiar. And especially if you're coming from BlackBerry, you exactly know where to look for which features and which options, so you don't have to rethink or to search whatever might be somewhere. It's just a very similar to the older versions of BlackBerry. Just those gestures you have to learn, but that's going very quickly. For sometimes it's for one, it might be 1 hour or at least maybe 1 day. But after you have learned and realized how this is working, you will love it. Especially because after I have worked with a Z10 for some days, some month ago, and returned back to Android, I always wanted to do some wiping gestures, what wasn't working, of course, but that shows how simple and how straight and logical those gestures are. So I guess we will see a lot more of those gestures in the future on smartphones, on touchscreen smartphones especially. All right, I guess that's enough for the first view on the Q10. It's available from right now. Here in Europe, we have a price of 599 euros. And from Blackberry, the official price. And in the web, I found it is in the Telecom, that's former T-Mobile, for 550 euro without any contract. And that's a good price for the start for a new Blackberry. So I hope this one will find its friends, because I already love it. All right, that's enough for the first view of the Blackberry Q10. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you back soon.